Alrighty. Alrighty, we're live. Woohoo! Cool beans. Good evening, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Take you along for the ride so you too can also invest safely, predictably, consistently. And did I say simply? Yeah, throw that in there too. Remember, the trading strategy I created was for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. It has to be simple. It has to be safe. It has to be predictable. And there's got to be no way or to cut the possibility of her ever losing. I can't say certain things. Well, I can say them, but people frown upon that kind of stuff. All right. Well, let's just get started. Let's just get going, and we're going to go from there. We're going to start from a list that I have from yesterday. AT&T is going to be the first one we take a look at today. AT&T. Miss Bruner, how are you today? Wonderful one. The old boy going to join us this evening, or is he right around the corner and you cut his internet cable? Anyway. That being said, Eric, how you doing? VJ, Gary, chill out. That's a cool way of spelling it. Jazz and Naz. All right, so first one we're going to take a look at today is going to be AT&T. Well, AT&T's been around for over 100 years. It used to be Ma Bell. It used to be AT&T. It used to be a whole bunch of different things. They keep getting bought out. Those telecom companies, almost the same as the internet companies or the airlines. He's in Rockport, supervised, and I'm home. Oh, he's in Rockport, unsupervised, and you're home. Is that something we need to worry about, Jill, that he's at home? He's in Rockport, unsupervised? Anyway, AT&T. Hey, there's Rich right there in Rockport signing in. Cool beans. Sexy hockey dad. Oh, my goodness. What up, Studley? I actually went to school with a kid named Studley. His name was Gary Studley. Cool beans. Anyway, so let's keep on working along. Today was Wednesday. I have no idea what happened in the market. I actually just sat down and turned my computer on. I'm still up in Maine. Tonight will be my last night broadcasting from here. So tomorrow night is going to be a lot later. Okay, because I'm flying, and my plane doesn't land until, I think, 10. So I probably won't be on until like 10:30, 11 tomorrow. But I'll still be on for 2.5 hours tomorrow night. That'll be fun. Travel with Dawn. That's an interesting name spelling that. Dawn. Kagdala. Borzosta. Got some signing in there. It looks Russian to me, so I'm just, why not? Georgie, how are you today? Nice to meet you. Spasiba. Nice to meet you too. Always a good thing. Sexy Hockey Dad, you could have bought calls or puts at any point and waited 15 minutes and sold for 150-point gain. Cool beans. Thank you. You're welcome. Today, you know what, Sexy Dad? There are always going to be opportunities. Okay, you could sit in front of your computer, and if you know what to look for and what to look at, yeah, you probably could. Oh, Turkmenistan. Oh, sorry, I didn't know if you spoke Russian over there or not, but sorry, I don't know how to say anything in Turkmenistan. I don't even know what they speak over there. Sup, Sharkman? All right. Probably, but as I say, it always going to depend on how you value your time. Okay, so my assumption, Sexy Hockey Dad, that you're at that point in your life where you're pursuing money, okay, where you're pursuing a career, where you probably have kids at home or something. Okay, Russian, understand. Cool beans. That's about it. Anyway, so as I was saying, you're at that point where you want cash accumulation. No, not me. I just want a safe, consistent, predictable 1% per week. Now, when you're retired, everything... it's funny how certain portions Russians understand. Cool beans. Alrighty. So at certain points of life, you have a different focus. Okay, when you're in your, well, we all know what happens when you're in your teens, in your early 20s. You get one thing to focused on. That's it. Okay, when you're a young adolescent, you get one focus. You want to get a good job, you want a good place. Amy, how you doing? And you want to start a family, or you want to start a business, and you're in a certain life stage. Okay, so as you progress, as you get older, your focus, your beliefs, and your wants and desires change dramatically. See, I remember going through that phase. That was cool. I remember my children's, what they're going through right now. You like to describe cool beans. You are Russian. Wonderful. Well, we're really moving around the country, around the around the globe, aren't we? So I'm at that point now. Okay, I can speak it a little bit, but I can't read it. Sorry. So, as I was saying, I'm at the point now where I value my time differently. I'm not chasing the almighty dollar anymore. I'm here only because I want to share with you guys the way that I do it. All right, now, whether you guys want to do the same, hey, that's perfectly fine. I don't have anything to sell you. If you think that's what I'm doing, no. I'm just sharing information. Now, but my focus is different, because I have enough that gives me enough to work on. Logan, I have no idea what that means, Logan. Seriously. So, okay. Anyway, D Cowboys. Anyone possibly able to bless me with small... Oh, my goodness. Don't do that. All right. So as I was saying, different phases in life have different outlooks. All right. So at this point, I would prefer to, watch the grass grow than to sit in front of the computer trying to make a few dollars here and a few dollars there. No. I spend, 10 to 15 minutes in the morning. I do my trade, done, over with, and I go enjoy my day. Then I sign on here with you guys to see where everything is. Okay. Other than that, no, I don't sit in front of the computer waiting to see things move. All right, let's get going. As you guys ask along the way, all right, I will take a look at whatever stocks you want me to take a look at. Other than that, there we go. Dis wants to take a look at Dollar General. So might as well, Dollar General. Getting started with the big DG. All right, I'm going to write DG down. I keep track of all the stocks you guys have me take a look at. AAP. Uh-oh. Sexy Hockey Dad. How do you feel about SMCI? I don't like SMCI. But just for you, we're going to take a look at it. And Miss Bruner would like to watch Advanced Auto Parts. My assumption is that she has some. I don't know, Jill, did you have some Advanced Auto Parts? All right, so Dollar General first. Let's take a gander at it. Always looking for now, I have a certain routine. Let's call it a routine. Makes it easier. And you guys can figure out how you guys want to do it. Because it all basically comes down to the same thing. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. Not your criteria, but curious what your thought. Ernst and Young walked away as auditors. Okay. Your assumption is correct. Thank you. Hello, please. Okay, Amy, you got to give me the ticker symbol. I'm the Russian from England, America, President Michael Jordan. Okay, cool beans. Yeah, Amy, you have to give me the ticker symbol. I won't know that one because I've never heard of it before. Thoughts are correct. Oh, thoughts on Core, Civic, and Geo Group. Not sure the ticker. Now, usually, who do you got? Andy Panda, how you doing? HROW. Amy, all right, we'll take a look at that one. HROW. SMCI is a good buy in a year. I'm going to say no to SMCI because those of you that are liking it, apparently you're new here. Because CrowdStrike, oh boy, Stevie Willie. CRWD. Okay, that's going to be a no, I can tell, but I'm going to take a look at it just to show you, Stevie. All right, let's finish up with Dollar General. Okay, here we go. Dollar General. I always want to do a certain routine. Step number one of my certain routine is take a look at the 1 year chart. Look for the high, look for the low. Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? And what's direction? It went up, it went down, big drop, and continued down. And here where we are right here at the moment. She's bouncing off that bottom from yesterday. I think it's CXW and also GEO. How do you go live? Logan, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. CWX, never heard of it. And Geo. I don't think I've ever heard of Geo either. But we'll take a gander. All right. Once I take a look at the 1 year chart, I don't like buying at a high and I don't like buying at a low. I like to see what's going on. So yesterday was the bottom of the year. Today she's bouncing off of that. I love yearly bottoms because you can't get any lower than the low of the year. I mean, it's just that simple. And you're always going to make more money buying low and selling high. Okay, Guy D, or is it Guy P? Guy P, yeah, I don't do Shopify. They have not been around for 20 years. Okay, so if I'm looking for 20 years of profits or 20 years of increased dividends, okay, Shopify does not fit into that category. I'm terribly sorry. So let's do the stocks that we know of, ones that we heard of, and ones that we actually consider for this, trading strategy. Okay. Thanks, Guy. All right, last 30 days for Dollar General. Now, the reason why I like to look at the last 30 days, Asim, is that Alcoa AA? We'll take a gander at that one. Okay, you guys got to slow down. I got like 7 to look at, and we just got here. Mike, SMC, PSEC, both monthly dividend stocks. Okay. SCM, never heard of them. PSEC I've heard of, and PSEC I'm pretty sure is going to be a no. Ooh, I got something, so yeah. Oh, Jellyfish sent me a rose. Cool beans, Jellyfish. All right. Last 30 days. The reason why I want to look at the last 30 days, it gives me a better idea of where it might be going tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and into next week. So if she comes off of a 30-day high, 30 days ago, we opened up at 82.18. Basically went sideways for 3 weeks, hit a top or a high of the 30-day, 84.39 last Monday. And this is one stock that went down during the election. Look at that. She went down, kept dropping. Now, you're going to see, half stocks went up during the election, the other half didn't. Well, this one didn't go up. Okay, this one dropped and found the new bottom yesterday. Now, I like 2 days at the bottom, 2 days to the upside before I decide whether or not it's going to, if the direction is turning. Can you give me a shout out, Logan? Why am I giving you a shout out? I have no idea what that means, Logan. All right, let's keep going. DET, Detroit Oral, formerly Detroit Edison. I never heard of them. And I'm under the assumption, okay, Guy, that I'm looking at companies that have consistently increased their dividends for 20 consecutive years. Okay, I'd really appreciate if you guys did some work on these and not just throw it in my lap and make me go look at something. Do you make your decisions on the second day of the up day or the third day? Awesome question. The second day is to give me a signal that I jump in on the very next day. Okay, so as I'm signing in on day number 3, which would be the third up day, okay, as soon as I see it open up on a positive side the third day, that's when I jump in. Okay, Larissa, good to see you again. I know it doesn't fit the profile due to the dividend history, etc., but Shopify was founded 20 years ago. Okay, thank you for that information there, Miss Larissa. Now, if you could do a little story on when are they going to reach 20 years of increased dividends or profitability. Why ask why? WBA. Ooh, somebody wants to take a look at Walgreens. I don't have my tea tonight, so I'm going to have some water and some mics. All right, not the same, but let's see how it works out. So I want to wait another day or two. So looking like maybe Friday, it might be a good time to jump in a Dollar General. What does Dollar General usually do this time of year? Well, this time of year, okay, as we can see, she goes up for a little bit. So we have another 2 weeks for Dollar General, hypothetically going to the upside. Well, cool. Why don't we just wait on and see what it does tomorrow and the next day? Stacks, thoughts on CXW and GEO. Okay, Stacks, you do realize I can only do one at a time. Tom Powell, I went down because of China. It went down because Chinese importer tariffs will hurt retail. Well, then stop buying shit from China. That actually answers that question. Okay, CXW. Okay, just chill. I'll get to it. I wrote it down already, so it is on the list. So Dollar General, I'm going to put down for next week. I'm talking about Dollar Tree. Yeah, but we weren't talking about Dollar Tree. We were talking about Dollar General. Two different companies. What was I just going to write down? Oh, yeah, Dollar General next week. All right, so Dollar General's next week. We want to, probably jump in. Gotcha. All righty. Next on the list, Advanced Auto Parts. Ooh. Now, I do have some Advanced Auto Parts. AAP. All righty. The high, 88.68. That happened back at the end of March. The bottom was just a couple of weeks ago, 34.03. Well, she bounced off that bottom, which what I want to see. I want to see that chart the last 30 days. We're sitting at 40.94. Okay. Now, what is the 40.94 going for? The 41 is going for 360. No way. That's crazy. Now, did anybody see the... Now, for those of you that are new here, never been here before, the chart behind me, the screen behind me that you're seeing, is live on YouTube. I'd really love for you guys to see what the premiums look like for next week on Advanced Auto Parts. I'm actually going to write AAP down and circle it. Those numbers are crazy. All right, so currently, a year ago, 55.65. The high of the year, 88.44. That happened at the end of March. 30 days ago. Whoops, get a little bit further. Right here. Yeah, that's probably why it's high. All right, 30 days ago, we opened up at 37.55. The very next day, on the 15th, okay, we have the high of the 30-day period, 41.42. Pullback, retracement, challenging that 30-day high. Again, not quite making it. Takes about 2 weeks to find the 30-day bottom. And that's 35.59, and that was the end of October. From there, look at all we have to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 days to the upside, we actually have a new 30-day high today. So not as if I want to jump into a new position with Advanced Auto Parts, but I'd like to be able to take advantage of that huge premium they got for going next week. Well, they probably have earnings next week, so... Now, I've seen 3 companies so far within the fourth quarter, 3 companies so far in the fourth quarter, that they actually beat the earnings, but the stocks went down. Explain how that works. Oh, user wants to take a look at JD. We haven't looked at JD in quite a while, but we did buy some JD a while ago. All right, that's Advanced Auto Parts. Like I said, the current price right now, 40.85. So the 41s look like the best ones to jump into, or the 40.50s, or even the 40s. These premiums are freaking ridiculous. They are. If we actually bought it at 40.85 and sold the 40s, You know what? Let's see what numbers that look like. Seriously. Because it, as cheap as it is. Now, I like 2 days to the upside. We're not quite there yet. Actually, we are. Oh, we're over there. I'm looking at the wrong company. Anyway. Covered stock. Here we go. The 40/50s. Right here. Okay, now let's look at just doing one stock option contract. Just one. Okay, here's what it sounds like. Buy one covered call on AAP 100. Those are the weeklies. Anytime you get that number 100 in there, it's just isolating the difference between a regular option and a weekly option. Okay, 22 November 24. That means it's not going to expire this week, but it will expire next Friday. What was that, like 9 days away, something like that? The $40.50 call option against the stock. That's what a covered call is. You buy the stock first, and then you sell somebody the rights to buy it from you for less than what you paid for it, and you still walk away with more than 1% for the week. More than 1% for the week is over 50% per year. Who gets 50% per year? Nobody. All right. Let's check out the numbers. I'm going to bring up the calculator. Clear that. Let's clear that. All right, for one contract, our profit's going to be $355. Look at what the premium is, or what the, what do you call it? What it costs for the trade. Okay, so $355 is going to be the profit, and it's going to cost me $36.95 per contract. Okay, that's like $3,700. But look at the rate of return, 9.6. They got to have something coming up. For the premium to be that high, that is ridiculous. So tomorrow morning, I am going to see how much money I can scrounge up, if I have money available in some of these accounts, to take advantage of AAP for tomorrow. I mean, those numbers are ridiculous. All right, anyway, and I like Advanced Auto Parts, you know. All right, next on the list, we have H-Row. What the heck is H-Row? I never heard of them. H-R-O-W. H-R-O-W. Harrow. Okay, doesn't ring a bell. It's a monthly. It's a no. Isn't that sad? I don't like monthly optionable stocks because you can only do it once a month. Can you imagine that? Once a month. Yeah, no thank you. So that's a no. SMCI is a no. We know that one already. CRWD. Aren't they extremely new? That ain't it. Is this it? There it is. CRWD. CRWD. Okay. Well, let's see what CRWD looks. CrowdStrike Holdings. There are no dividends at the selected time period. No dividends, no thank you. So we just wasted our time with that one. CWX. This is probably going to be another waste of time, too. I've never heard of CWX. CWX. The CBOE Computer Software Index. Yeah, no. Who came up with that one? IMAS. Really? GSY.TO. GSY.TO. Yeah, can't find that symbol. Okay, why can't you guys get like normal shit? You know, AT&T, IBM, Hewlett Packard, Texas Instruments. You know, something normal. Geo. I've never heard of Geo either. GEO. Well, you know, there are 9,700 different companies. All right, this was a big fat no. Look at that huge run-up. Okay, huge run-up like that, you're just inviting profit taking. All right, well, great if you want. Depend on what kind of strategy you want to use. Now, Dalton, there are some REITs that I will take into consideration. Number one, are they continuously profitable? Number two, are they heavily traded? Are they, you know, they look good? I've been enjoying ET these past 2 years. Okay, don't get me wrong, I like Energy Transfer. However, if you take a look at the premiums, 1 or 2 strikes out of the money. Okay, right now, let's go look at 14. All right, take a good look at the premiums. Okay, right now the stock price is at 17.11. So at the money, 17 is going for 20 cents. All right. However, you're losing 11 cents right off the top. So you take your 11 cents off of that, you're walking away with 9 cents on a $17 stock. Yeah, no thank you. But take a look at the strike prices under that. 2 strikes out, 1 penny. 3 strikes out, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, no. Okay, I like companies that have a decent premium all the way down the line. Okay, because if you're wrong, Andrea, how you doing? If I'm wrong on picking the direction and the stock drops a little bit, well, I'm trying to sell premiums where they don't exist. So Energy Transfer, although it may be a good company for what you're looking to do, okay, Boardman, is that Boardman? Yeah, if it works for what you're looking to do, great, but it's not working for what I'm looking to do. Okay, so you understand that you only own shares. Okay, well, if you take a look at the chart, Boardman, take a look at the chart. Okay, you own the shares. It's at 17.10. My assumption, this is just an assumption, that you probably got them for a lot lower than 17. Well, just to let you know, nobody ever went broke taking profits. And it ain't a profit until you take it. Look where the high of the year is. The high of the year was at 1772. Well, now it's pulling back. Well, if you sell and you're in a profit, and then as you drop, because it looks like this thing's going to drop. Look at this here. What is this? A couple of months? Yeah, she shoots up nicely. Great. You're in a great position to take a profit. What's going to happen in a couple of weeks? Well, she's going to drop back down here to the 16, 15 area. Well, when that happens, buy it then. Take the profit. When it drops lower, buy a little bit more. When it goes up again, sell it. Okay, bye. Can't see your charts. Ray Del Rey. The chart's right here behind me. All right? Now, if you're on your phone or your iPad, yeah, I understand that. However, the screen behind me is available on YouTube, so you can see it. You just have to go to a computer or a TV. You actually sit in your big comfy couch, kick back, relax, pull it up on that big 70-inch TV you got, and just watch the charts on that on YouTube. That's exactly what I did with Energy Transfer. I took my profits and I'm going to wait for it to come down. Andrea, awesome. It's not a profit until you take it. And nobody ever went broke taking profits. But when I sell, it's keep going up and up. Well, then don't sell it. What about Whirlpool? Silverwolf, how are you today? WH. All right, Whirlpool's on the list. We'll take a gander at it. Nodengeria. I don't know. Okay, Google's a no. G-O-G-L. Julian. Didn't we look at this last week? G-O-G-L. It's like, I'm very good with names and numbers and stuff. Lowe's. James, how do I get around capital gains? Put your money into a trust. Put your trading account into a trust. I'm good, thank you. That was Hormel. Oh, Hormel? I thought that was Whirlpool. HRL. All right, we'll take a look at Hormel. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Alcoa. AA. Somebody wanted to take a look at AA Alcoa. Please enter a balance strike. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, so here we are. Alcoa. First thing I want to see, where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay. Amy, what about Baby Department of Government Efficiency on Dex Screener? It's new. Wow. Wait a second. Oh. What about Baby Department of Government Efficiency on Dex Screener? I'm totally lost there. Okay? No idea what you're talking about. Because I don't know if we're talking stocks or we're talking in the federal government. Okay, and you know, well, I think you've been here before. You know, I don't get into politics. Okay, most people don't want to hear what I have to say. All right, we're looking at Alcoa. Okay, we've seen the high, we've seen the low, we've seen where it was, we've seen where it is, we've seen the direction. Great, it's currently at 41. The 41 is going for 96. That's over 2%. Rude dude. Hey James, been seeing your videos popping up. Hope the likes you get, more reviews. Okay. What? It's a meme coin. Oh hell no. Come on, kiddo. I don't do meme coins. Okay, I don't do cryptocurrency at all. Dividend stocks and 20 years of increased profits. That means 20 years of increased dividends. Okay, there's plenty of them out there. All right, Alcoa, over a 2% on the option premium. Oh man. Okay, well, I appreciate it, Amy. Amark, is that how you pronounce that? Amark. All right. A year ago, Alcoa is at 24.88. The bottom of the year was middle of December, 23.70. Shoots up, pulls back. Shoots up, pulls back. Basic stock shoots up, pulls back. Well, here's where we are right now. Alcoa is a good example that makes me question myself. 1 year trend says no, and 90 days says yes. Cool, forced entry. Doge is an altcoin and now going to be the thing in the government. Well, cool. Until it is, it's a no. Sorry. So until it is, I will take a look at it and then see, is there a way to safely, and that's a big word, safely gain a 1% per week or any type of weekly trading where I don't have to sit in front of my computer. Okay? Anyway, all right, Alcoa. It's in a 5-day downturn, or a 4-day downturn. But the premium looks nice. So I'm going to have to wait. Because the last 30 days, here we are. 30 days ago, we opened up at 40.45. Well, currently we're at 40.59, which means the stock is coming down, and it's going to hit a new 30-day bottom in a couple of days. If it does, that's a great place to jump in. So I'm going to write Alcoa down for us to keep our eye on. Okay. SCM is next on the list. But, you know, a couple of questions you need to ask yourself. Do I like Alcoa? And do I like Alcoa at this current price? Well, this current price, 41, the premiums are selling for 96 cents a share. That's over 2%. Okay? But yesterday was a low. Today was higher than yesterday. So if tomorrow, Hector Realty, thank you for that, sir. If tomorrow is another update, now it doesn't look like yesterday was an update. Well, it's not. The bottom yesterday was 40.11. Today's bottom was 40.32, which is 1 day higher. It wasn't an update today, but the stock still, the bottom is still higher than yesterday's bottom. Okay, could it be? Don't know. Tomorrow and Friday we'll find out. All right, next on the list, Carlos wants to take a look at Estee Lauder. We'll put that on the list. Okay, next on the list, SCM. What the heck is SCM? Stellus Capital. Oh, I see it. SCM is a no. Okay, so apparently you aren't listening, which is okay. A lot of people don't listen. PSEC, next on the list. Oh, imagine that. That person wasn't listening either. DET. Can we go for a trifecta? DET. Look at that. 3 in a row. No. No, I know for a fact this one is going to be a good one because I own this one. WBA. We look at it every single day, most of the time twice a day. Ray, what do I think about AGNC as a dividend stock? Well, Ray, if you want to sit and chill for a little bit, we got 4 other companies to look at before AGNC, but we'll take a look at it in a few minutes. Okay, first thing I want to see, WBA, is the high. The high was back in December. The low was back in September, 805. Dave, you like Applied Materials, huh? AMAT. AMAT. Now, AMA Applied Materials is on my list also. So I like them. I don't love them, but I like them. I like them better when they give me a nice profit. So let's see what they look like, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. Right now, we're looking at Walgreens. All right, last 30 days for Walgreens. Now, today's an interesting day. All right, 30 days ago was the 30-day bottom. That was $8.91. 2 days later, there's our 30-day top at $11.11. From there, you got your profit taking. It went sideways for 2.5 weeks. Dipped again. Yesterday is a new bottom. Not a 30-day bottom, but yet a low. Today, she's up a little bit. So that's 1 day to the upside, but I already own it. All right, but one more day to the upside, and it will be, I wouldn't mind buying it again. Okay. Go at 903. Well, you can buy it tomorrow at 906. The 9 is going for 19 cents. That's still over 2%. Okay. Why wouldn't you buy a stock that consistently gives you 1 to 2% every single week? Now, a lot of people don't understand the significance of 1 or 2% every single week. That's at 1% a week. That's 50% per year. 2% a week. That's 100% per year. That's doubling your money every year. So if you can spare 5, 10, 15 minutes every morning, just, hey, where's my stocks at today? The buying goes on Monday and the selling goes on Friday. So you take a look first thing Monday morning. What looks good? What appears to give me a safe, predictable income? That's an interesting question. Number 2, on Fridays, you take a look at your positions and say, all right, where am I in this current position? Am I going to be bought out? Am I going to lose? Is it going up? What am I going to do next Monday? That's what we ask on Friday. What's on your walls? Cooper Pooch. How far away do you put the expiration date? 7 days, Andrew. So Cooper Pooch, that wall is hand painted. Okay? It took me 3 days to hand paint that wall. So a lot of people think it's wallpaper. No. And the whole room is all hand paper. Let's see if I can get you a better look. Hold on a second. Not something I normally do, but yeah, it took me all day. I had to clear out the whole room to actually do that. All right, let me get back to there I am right there. Hit the wrong button. All right. SideQuest, never heard of it. Looks good. Well, I'm glad you like it. I painted it, so yeah, I like it. Oops, let's go right to there. All right, that way you can see the screen behind me. Let's keep on going. WBA, Walgreens. Okay, we have a new bottom yesterday. 2 days the upside. We'll wait 1 more day. So it looks like Friday might be a perfect opportunity to jump in. Well, currently, $9.06. Okay, at the money, which is $9, that's going for 22 cents a share. Well, if I'm losing 6 right off the top, I'm working away with 13. 13 is what, 1.5%, 1.5%. Okay. Read the people. How do we feel about Home Depot? Oh, you should have seen last night. Yesterday, Home Depot had a great play. All right. So if you start out with $1,000, 1% profit a week on that. Yeah, 1% on 1,000 is only $10. Sorry. What do I think about NIO? N-I-O. Ooh, Nolan. N-I-O. We'll take a look at it. N-I-O. I'm not quite sure it's going to fit, but we'll take a look anyway. All right. Walgreens, I would like for it to stay right where it is, because I have it in 4 different accounts. So, at this moment in time, it looks fine by me. All right, next on the list, JD. Now, we haven't looked at JD in a while, so let's take a look at JD. Now, we did buy some JD earlier during the year. It's going to be a no this week. Delta Airlines, RB21. Delta Airlines. We'll take a look at it. All right. JD, high of the year, 47.82. That was a couple of weeks ago. The bottom was the end of January at 20.64. A year ago, 25.90. Right now, 35.69. So we are higher this year than we were last year at this time. All right, so look at the stock. It went up, it went down, up, down, blah, 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 blah. Our high was the 7th of October. Wow. A couple of days later, here we are at the 14th, 30 days ago. 30 days ago was the 30-day high, and that was 45.35. All right, so JD is going to be a no only because today is the 30-day bottom. We got one gap down last week, a gap up last week, and a gap down on Tuesday. It would be nice to see that gap fill as soon as we find that 30-day bottom. It could be today. We don't know. But tomorrow and Friday will give us a better idea of what it is. Oh, yeah, so JD is on the list. The premiums are nice, I tell you that much. Nice premiums. I was being serious. So you're saying to do what you do, you need a big bankroll to earn good pay. All right, Adam, I'm not saying anything like that whatsoever. I'm saying, okay, I gain a 1% return on a weekly basis on my account. So, as you can see, I share my accounts with you guys. There's 3 of them here. Oops, not that one. This one right here. All right, now take a look at this, Adam. Okay, 3 accounts. Account number 1. I started off the beginning of the year with 117. I dropped in another 21 in July. So currently, somewhere around 160, 150, 160 at this moment in time. But 150,000 is $1,500 a week at 1% a week. 1% a week on 150,000 is 1,500. 15, 20 minutes a day, that's only an hour a week. So 1% of 150,000 is $1,500 for 1 hour of my time a week. So that makes sense to me. Now, you're starting out with $1,000. I understand the frustration. Okay, I really do. But it's like anything in life. You got to start with the very first step. You got to make the commitment to actually do something. Okay, so if you're starting out with $1,000, yeah, it's going to be a long time before you actually get paid what you're worth. But if you're compounding every single week at 1% per week, well, what are you looking to do? Seriously. 50% a year is 50% a year. Okay, if you start out with 1,000, okay, so you're going to make 500, hypothetically speaking, of course. All right, you start out with 100 grand, you're going to make 50,000. You start out with $1 million, you're going to make 500,000. You start out with 10 million, you're going to make 5 million. It's the same thing. 1% is 1%. If you continuously add money to it, and you eventually grow your account, how else are you going to grow it? I mean, think about it. Most people spend 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and they put $50, $100, $20 a month away. And then at retirement time, it's, when you're 60, 65 years old, yeah, so you get 100,000, maybe 200,000 in your account at that point. But you put in 40, 50 years of your life. If you want to put in $1,000 and get a whole shitload of money, you're definitely in the wrong place. Stan, can I do cash secured puts on Walgreens? Sure, you could. Okay, now we already looked at Walgreens. Okay, a cash secured put at 9 would give you 36. That's like a 4% increase. Okay, RB21, you already asked me to look at Delta Airlines. It's already on the list. Okay, asking me twice is not going to get it any faster to the top. All right, that was JD we just looked at. Next on the list is GOGL. Now, I remember looking at this last week, and apparently whoever asked me to take a look at it didn't like the answers last week, so decides to ask it this week. For some strange reason, I'm going to say yes this week because I've changed who I am. Now, this is still a no, dude. GOGL. It is a monthly optionable stock, okay? And I don't do monthlies because the numbers just don't work. Okay, Taylor Miles. Yeah, MSTR, no dividends, no thank you. I was unaware you had a list. Well, RB21, think of it this way. Okay, at this moment in time, you know what? We haven't done this all week. We haven't done this in a while. Fuck off, Dave. How you doing there, Dave? All right, we haven't done this in a while. How do you feel about UPS and PSX? Ooh, that's, well, UPS dudes and Phillips 66. All right, Michael T. Well, hold on a second. UPS and Phillips 66. All right, so we haven't done this in a while. So this is going to be for RB21. We're going to go to, what the hell is this? FinViz. Now, FinViz is a financial visualization website. What the hell are you? FinViz. Here we go, right here. It's like, how can something come higher than FinViz? All right. What I use this website for, okay, well, got to get rid of this. What I use this website for here, again, it's FinViz, F-I-N-V-I-Z. It allows me to do a lot of checking on certain stocks. All right. Apparently, if you look over here in the corner, 9,739. That's the number. Wakolda, how are you today? Or Wakolda. I don't know how do you pronounce that one. As we're looking here, this tells me how many stocks are in the stock market at this moment. 9,739. That's a lot to choose from. Oh, the ticker symbol, Dave. Never even knew they had one of those. D-A-V-E. I like that movie Dave with Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, Dave's going to be a no, dude. Sorry. All right, next on the list, we have Hormel. Okay, so now I have to say this, 9,759. Is that right? What number was that? Sorry, 9,739 companies. Too late? All right, so 9,739 different companies. Out of all those companies, only about 300 of them make my list. Now, what am I looking on my list for? Consistent profits, dividends, 2 decades or more, and weekly options. Those 2 criteria alone takes it down to 300 different companies. Andrea, Dave is a no, but I joined James Group. I bought it at 30. Yep, profit this week. Cool beans. Thanks for that, Andrea. Sherry Chestnut, how are you today? All right. Next on the list, Hormel. H-R-L. Now, if you didn't know, Hormel's over 100 years old. They have increased their dividends to their shareholders for more than 5 decades. In case you're wondering, Hormel, it's on my list. However, 3065 to 3050s are going for 25 to 35. So that's just going to squeeze in there in that 1%. Well, great. Look at the high. The high is 3686. That was back in mid-May. The bottom was in the second week of February, 2853. A year ago, we opened up at 3247. Well, now we're at 3039. So what did it do? She dropped, gapped up, kept on going, made a high in May, big drop, sideways basically, so where we are now. All right, so now, currently, an interesting position. Check this out. 30 days ago, we opened up at 3114. By the end of the week, we got our high at 32.21. From there, she drops, retraces, drops again, finds the 30-day bottom on the 8th. All right, so you have the 30-day high 4 weeks ago. You have the 30-day bottom last week. We have 1, 2, 3 days to the upside on Hormel. Okay, what does this company normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, look at the seasonality. Nice upward move in the last quarter. Okay, so the last quarter We got the low here, and it's just nice upward trend up to the end of the year. Well, that's great to know this. Knowing when a stock is going to move and consistency in the moving, because the chart here that we're looking at now, the seasonality, that's 10 years worth of information. Okay, so for the past 10 years, okay, this company has consistently gone up in the fourth quarter. Well, it's not guaranteed that it's going to continue to do it, but if you put the seasonality chart along with the regular chart, and now we have a 30-day bottom 4 days ago, okay, and we're going 4 days to the upside. Well, all looks good to me. All right, lovely. That being said, Hormel looks good. So let's see what the numbers look like. All right, we're going to change this quickly to covered stock. The 30/50s are going for right here. Let's do just one contract. Okay. And here's what it sounds like. Buy one covered call of Hormel 100s. Those are the weeklies. 22 November 24, that's next Friday. Because tomorrow's Thursday, we got 2 days left for this week. You're not going to find a good premium for this week, most likely, because there's only 2 days left. $41 is the profit for the one contract. Now, we take the profit, 41, and divide it by how much is the contract going to cost us. It's going to cost us $3,009. $3,009. That's a 1.36% for a company that has been around for over 100 years. Okay, consistently increased their dividends to the shareholders for more than 5 decades. Worst case scenario, you're getting more and more money every single year with a company like Hormel. So the question is not why. The question should be, why not? Or what took me so long? But 1.36%, it doesn't sound like a lot. I understand that. I do. I get it. But 1.36%, all right, now we're looking to do this for 5-10 minutes a day, or maybe 15 if you're a little slower. Nothing wrong with that. But at 1.3% per week, that's over 80% per year. Well, 80% per year is a nice return. And yeah, so it's taking you a few minutes every single day. Well, this is your personal money. This is what's supposed to take you into your golden years. And if you don't have enough to live comfortably, well, you're going to have to look on handouts or government assistance. Okay, I didn't take any of that money from the government. All those checks they gave away, yeah, nope, sorry. The most expensive money in the world is free money. I don't care what anyone tells you. That $1,200 check, that first one you got, yeah, that's going to cost you $28,000. Now, let me explain briefly. Okay, the amount of money the government printed, what was it, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that, and gave everybody a $1,200 stimulus check to stimulate the economy. Yeah, you take the number that they gave out and you divide it by the taxpayers. That $1,200 costing you $28,000, because from what I understand, there was 300 billion that they printed, a couple of trillion that they printed. I don't really remember, but I do know the numbers. Like 40% of all money in existence. 40% of all money in existence worldwide, because we're not the only country that did it. Okay, other countries, they've put on their printing press too, and they threw on, yeah. So now the money you have, 40% of that was new money. What do I think about XRP? No, dude, sorry. 8 trillion total, yeah. Ray delay, yeah. You take that and you divide it by how many taxpayers there are. Okay, and you figure out what is it going to cost each and every taxpayer to foot that bill. I did the math on that and said, what, are you shitting me? What the hell's wrong with people? I'm going to give you $1,200 free money from the government. That ain't free. There's strings attached. Okay, we're going to give you $1,200, and then you're going to owe us $28,000. Who the hell fell for that shit? Well, apparently almost everybody. All right. Hormel. Oh, we're actually doing one on Hormel. The 30/65, the 30/50s. Okay, great. So let's buy one. 30/50. Didn't we? No, wait a second. We just did that. What the hell are you thinking? All right, that was Hormel. Ooh, Estee Lauder. Yes. I do own some Estee Lauder still. Okay, I've had it for longer than I want to admit. How long you hold stock? Black Eyed Joe? I'd prefer to hold it for 1 week. That's it. Buy on a Monday, get rid of it on a Friday. Doesn't happen all the time. But every once in a while, I have to hold something longer than I want to. So far this year, the longest I've held anything was Wynn. That was Wynn Resorts. And I held it for 6 months. Okay. All right. Hormel. All right, we just finished up with Hormel. So let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to here. Okay, so here we are. Next on the list, XRP and Pepe just got added to Robinhood. Alrighty then. There's still a no for me. Okay, Jason. Now, I don't know what to tell you, Jason. Really, honestly don't. I like companies that are consistently profitable. If they don't have 20 years of growth behind them, they're going to be a no. I got the Dividend Aristocrats and Champions list into Thinkorswim calendar. Stens, cool beans. Now you just got the Dividend Kings and the Dividend Contenders. And then Warren Buffett's list, and then you're good to go. Because the Dividend Contenders, that's 300 companies. 300 companies qualified to be a dividend contender. Now that means 10 years to 24 years of increased dividends. It's a nice list. Okay, now I haven't broken down my list to get rid of the monthlies. Because I only trade weeklies. Because the monthlies just don't work for my way. I'm on my way, yes sir. I'll work on those while I listen. Cool beans, there you go. Alright, next on the list will be a Estee Lauder. Do you have rules for yourself for when you sell at a loss if no gains after a week? No. I roll it forward and I don't like taking losses. So one count this year, no losses at all. Account number 2, I get 2 losses. And this account here, I think I have 4 losses this year. Raul wants to take a look at Harley Davidson. H-O-G. It reminds me of that song in the kindergarten. I can spell dog. D-O-G. I can spell hog. H-O-G. All right. Look at Tem. Kian. Tem. T-E-M. Never heard of him. T-E-M. Comments on SPY. Yeah, take a look at the numbers. Seriously, dude. Take a look at how the dividends have increased every single, hardly ever. Mike, Pepe just listed on Robinhood. Will 200% by tomorrow. Cool, you have fun with that. TEM. All right. Can you explain rolling it forward? Yes, I can. Give me a second. We're taking a look at Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson's high was at 44.20, and that was in the end of March. The bottom of the year was a year ago, and that was 26.32. She jumps up, pulls back, jumps up, pulls back again. Okay, so here's where we are right now. A year ago, like I said, 26.32. The high of the year, that was 44.16. She dropped from there, retraced, dropped again. Last 30 days with Harley Davidson. Laurie, hi, how you doing? 30 days ago, we opened up at 34.64. 4 days later, there's the top, 36.94. She drops. Last Tuesday is the 30-day bottom, 31.32. Gaps up on Wednesday, drops again. Yesterday was a low. Today's a little bit higher. Cool. Now, I do have Harley Davidson, and I've made up over 3% every single week since I've had Harley Davidson. Now I'm on week number 4. So I'm up over 10% on Harley Davidson within a month. Works for me, even though the stock is down from when I bought it, because I bought some at 34 and I bought some at 35. Well, Harley's at 31 92. So how can I be up 12% if a stock is down? Simone, how are you today? All right. So Harley Davidson, currently, I would wait another day or so to the upside before jumping in, unless you already own it. But 31.92, well, the 32s are going for 65 cents a share. That's 2%. My thoughts on Ford. I like Ford. They've been in business for over 100 years. But we'll take a gander at them a little bit later as we progress. All right. So that was Harley Davidson. I like it. What do I like best about Harley Davidson? Take a look at this. You're going to love this. Okay. The seasonality chart. Now, the seasonality chart gives us an idea of how does the stock react from January 1st to December 31st every single year. I'm looking at 10 years worth of data. That's 2014, 2015, 2016, 17, 18, 19, so on and so forth, 20 years. So 20 years of data shows this thing at this time of year, which is the fourth quarter, to go up very nicely. Look at that. How often is there a week where there are no chart or numbers look good so that you have to sit a week out? Never happened, Laurie. Never, ever, ever. There's 9,737 stocks to look at. That's a lot. Okay? Any thoughts on AMAT? Well, yeah, I like Applied Materials. Or is that American? No, that's AMAT. All right. Laurie, great. Cool beans. I'm glad you like that one, Laurie. But think about it. All right, there's always something. Always. Okay? All right, that's Harley Davidson. I like Harley Davidson. I actually have Harley Davidson in four different accounts. All right, back to here. But jumping in, I would wait one more day to jump in because I like 2 days the upside. And as you can see, the chart yesterday was a bottom. Today is a little bit higher. I like 2 days in a row to the upside when finding a new bottom. AGNC is next on the list. Wait a minute. We haven't even looked at Estee Lauder yet. Estee Lauder. I do own some Estee Lauder. Now, the high of the year for Estee Lauder was 159.97. Well, the bottom was just recently, say a year ago, 112.90. Okay, she tops out in the beginning of February, drops, and then gaps down to find a new bottom yesterday. Okay, Kian, TEM. You already asked me about TEM. Asking me twice doesn't make it go any faster. Okay? It's already written down. Okay? I'll get to it when I get to it. What is the application you are using that combines both the charts and the option information? That's called Thinkorswim. It's a trading platform through Charles Schwab. Okay? So you got to do your trading somewhere. You know, Robinhood, Webull, Acorn, Fidelity. All right. Next on the list, Estee Lauder. All right, the last 30 days. Here we are 30 days ago. Today was the 30-day high. She just slowly drops, comes to the 31st, and makes a big drop. Okay, you're using Fidelity. I have no idea how to use Fidelity. Okay? I think 15 years ago I wrote a book on choosing the right trading platform. Okay, out of everything I looked at 15 years ago, I still came up with Thinkorswim. Where can I find Buffett's list? Are you referring to what Berkshire has invested? Yeah, that's Warren Buffett. You know, he's the one who controls Berkshire Hathaway. So if you go to Google and you put in the search bar, Warren Buffett stock list 2024, and that will give you what the list is. Oh, Matt, thank you for that. Estee Lauder. Okay, so we had a big drop on the 31st, kept on going down, and yesterday was the 30-day bottom. Now, there's only one day to the upside, and that's today. So I like 2 days, so maybe by Friday, Estee Lauder might be good for picking it up on Monday, because all my money's gone at the moment. So I invest all my money on Mondays. Okay, so by Friday, I figure out how do I preserve my money for the next week, and what are my positions going to look like next week? At this current moment in time, Estee Lauder 63.20. The 63s are going for 180. You take 20 cents off of that, and you're walking away with $1.60. That's still over 2%. Ooh, Silver Wolf wants to take a look at Archer Daniels Midland, ADM. Give me a second, I'll write it down. ADM. Alrighty. So, excuse me. Estee Lauder's new bottom yesterday. Estee Lauder hasn't seen this number for a very, very long time. Not at all this year. From what I was told, it looks like a 5 or 10 year bottom for Estee Lauder. Well, you're going to make most of your money buying low and selling high. But do you like Estee Lauder at $63? That's a very important question. Next on the list, AGNC. Here we go. AGNC. Here's the high, 1084. Here's your bottom, 825. That was a year ago, the bottom of the year. She shoots up, goes sideways, dips, goes back up, dips again, back up, dips again. We got our high of the year at 1085. That was in the middle of September. She drops and finds a new bottom right there. Last 30 days. 30 days ago, we opened up at 1030. 4 days later, there's the top. The top is at 1060. Okay, so from 1060, takes 3 weeks to find the bottom last Wednesday, the day after election. Very few companies actually dropped after the election. AGNC was one of them. The bottom was 915. 3 days the upside, 2 days pulled back. I would wait 2 days the upside in order to jump in. But other than that, she is in an upward trend. 956 to 950 is going for 13. Sorry, Benjamin. Robinhood has not been around long enough to be viable. Okay, I like 20 years of increased dividends. Robinhood, I don't even think they pay dividends. Having a situation with gas. I cooked this really cool dinner tonight, but it just gives me gas like you wouldn't believe. Can you talk about Bitto, the Pro Shares one that did 67%? Yeah, but no, it doesn't fit the program. You know, the program is 20 years of consistent profits. Bitto, they may have jumped 67% in a day or two. Really, honestly, don't care. Because you're going to find that in almost a lot of stocks. A lot of stocks make big jumps. But what is the consistency? Okay? It's great for younger people who have money to sit and wait 5, 10, 15 years. Yeah, sorry. I need, at some point, you're going to get here also. Okay, you all are going to get to retirement at some point. You're either going to rely on someone else to do your investing, you know, for you to get your money, because you do need money. We're the only species on the planet that's got to pay to live here. Okay? So depending on the kind of lifestyle you want to live once you retire, that's going to depend on how much money you're actually going to make. What do I think about Nestle? Isn't it NST? NST? Or is it NSTE? I'm not sure. Calvin Hill's joined us. Hey, Calvin, how's it going? All right, that being said, let's finish up with AGNC. Currently at 956, the 950 is going for 13, which is over. Wait a second. Because at 950, you got to take 6 cents off of that. You take 6 cents off of that, now you're working away with 7. That's not quite 1%. But it's going from 13 to 16, so you might get your 1% out of it if you really like AGNC. Okay. Next on the list, Applied Materials, AMAT. Here we go. NSRGY. Deemed too handsome. Interesting, dude. NSRGY. I've never heard of them. More than likely it's going to be a no, but we'll take a look at it. Applied Materials. The high, 256, that was in July. The bottom was a year ago, back last November at 141.94. Shoots up nicely to get to that high of the year, 256. Oh, wow. That was a good one. Whew. The high right there in the second week of July drops big, back up, back down, back up, back down. Now we're going sideways. Okay. ADA. What the heck is ADA? Thank you, Dave. Thank you. ADA. ADA. Oh, wonderful. Start to sneeze, then you gotta blow your nose, all that kind of nice. Pardon me. No on ADA. Cool. I'll erase that one. Stens. You ready, Stens? Dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders, Warren Buffett's list. That should give you something good to play with. Sweet. SUI. What the heck is that? SUI. There we go. I thought you liked Nestle. It has a good dividend, I believe. Yeah, deemed too handsome, but are they consistently profitable? Okay? Consistent profits are more important than whether or not it has a good dividend. Opinion on E-Trade Pro. I'm brand new to trading, looking to start there. Barnacle Boy. Cool beans. I have no idea what E-Trade Pro looks like. I always tell people, or students, find what kind of trading strategy you want to do. What kind of trader do you want to be? What trading platform best fits your trading style? Now, I like Thinkorswim because there's a lot of things I like to look at. I like to look at the dividend charts or the dividend calendars to tell me when a company's going to pay their dividend. I really like the okay, dude. I got it. I haven't done this in a while. Block an account because somebody doesn't listen. Applied Materials. We just looked at that one. The 182. The 182.79. Yeah, this thing's dropped because 4 days down days in a row. Okay, I look for it. Wait a second. Can't decide between Webull and Thinkorswim. All right, I've never done Webull, but that is a mobile app. Okay, I don't know what the online version looks like. The Thinkorswim mobile app is really congested. A lot of information there, very challenging to navigate around. At least I find. Do you consider your trading style conservative? I like it, and that's what it seems to me. Kev Boy, is that? Yeah, Kev Boy. All right, Kev Boy 18. Webull is pretty good. I haven't looked at it yet. All right, Kev Boy, my trading style is not conventional. Something totally different. Most people don't want to trade every day or don't want to look at their account every day. Okay? Now, you don't have to trade every day, but we're talking about your money. You work hard for you. I don't know. You may not work hard for your money. It's just an expression. You work for your money. Okay? You get a certain amount, whatever you're starting with. Everybody starts with a different amount. I started with $12,000. Or was it 17? I forget. I think it may have been 17. 20 some odd years ago, 24, 25 years ago. Okay, and it took a while to get to where I am. Thinkorswim is good for aggressive day traders. How much does it cost a month? it's not a monthly charge because some trades don't cost me anything except for the what do you call it, fee? I forget what that fee is called. The one that the stock market actually charges. Okay, so I do have to pay per option, contracts. I think it's like 15 cents per option contract, and then most of the stock trades are free, except for the index. No, the index. Anyway, they charge a small fee. Everyone does. Even Robinhood charges a small fee. Okay, so they get their money from the amount of trades going, or the consistency, whatever. Anyway, let's stick to what we're looking at. All right, with Applied Material, I would like to see 2 days to the upside. We're at 4 days going down so far. Eventually, it is going to stop, turn around, and go back up again. That's where I want to jump in. So I got Applied Materials that we're going to take a look at next week to see exactly where that bottom pops up, because it's going to pop up eventually. True, you like that one? Okay. Do I understand it correctly that you acquire the stocks for the covered calls on Monday and select a strike for purchase covered call just above the purchase? I prefer to do it right at the purchase because it's always going to be a numbers game. So look at Applied Materials for a second. Applied Materials currently at this moment in time is 183.49. Well, they don't have a 183.50. The closest one to this one is going to be the 182.50 or the 185. Either one of those is going to give you well over 1%, but one trade is safer than the other. In the money would be the 182.50. Well, because the stock is currently at 183.50. So at 182.50, I'm going to lose $1. Okay? And that will bring me down to $5.75 per share. Well, $5.75 per share on a $182 stock price, that's a crazy number. Let's actually pull it up and see what it is. Okay, so the premium on the 182.50 is $6.75. Now, we're going to lose $1 right off the top because we're buying it at 183.49. And we're selling it at 182.50. So we're actually losing 99 cents. So it's $1. So we'll take $1 off that 6.75. Okay, that's the premium right now. 6.75. Subtract the 99 cents that we're losing. So we're going to walk away with 5.76. On the purchase of a 182.50. So divided by 182.50, and that gives you a grand total of 3%. Well, first of all, there's a couple of questions you got to ask yourself. Do you like Applied Materials? Do you like Applied Materials at 183? Okay, because that's what the current price is now. Gloria Soratieri. I don't know if that's how you spell that or not. Pronounce it. I love Italian food, but it gives me gas. Just gotta grin and bear it. Does it taste and that worth it? No, it was for me. I mean, this stuff was really good. Yeah, but I'm gonna have gas for the next couple of hours, so maybe it wasn't really that good. I don't know. So, if you like Applied Material, great. It's a good company. It's been around for a while. I believe they are a dividend king, which is 50 years of increased dividends. Great. So I buy it at 183.49. I sell the 82.50s and make, what was that, 5%? I forgot it already. 5.75 divided by 182.50. That gives me 3%. All right. So do I like it that much? I don't know. Thinkorswim is free app. Yes, it is, but your trades aren't always free. Oh, boy. Better habits. What do you think about Spirit Airlines? They haven't been around for 20 years, so they're most likely not going to fit the category. They are called exchange fees. Thank you. I couldn't quite get that name on the top of my head, but yeah, right, exchange fees. They might be going bankrupt. Oh boy. Spirit Airlines declared Chapter 11 may not exist soon. Uh-oh. Well, there's your answer for Spirit Airlines. All right, next on the list, Home Depot. Now, if you've been paying attention, we did a lot of Home Depot this week. I started AMT. Uh-oh. Dave. I started Applied Materials. Okay. Barnacle Boy, trading currency's worth it? You got to sit in front of your computer, dude. I last read Spirit Airlines is the most hated airlines by most. What about IBM? Let's take a look at IBM. IBM. We'll take a look at that in a bit. Andrea and Spirit near bankrupt. Okay, thoughts on Pfizer? James, do any of your strategies involve buying options? None. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, a couple of them. We got calendar spreads and credit spreads and debit spreads. They involve buying options. But for the most part, I don't buy options for profits. I buy options for leverage. Pfizer, PFE. All right. Give me 1 second. Don't go anywhere. All right. No, it's not actually this cold, but I don't have anything else near to throw on, and I don't want to go over into the other room just to get a sweater. Do I buy Bitcoin? I don't buy Bitcoin at all. Okay, what was the description? Cold night again. Yep, it's a bit chilly. I thought your strategy is buying weekly options or calls. Is that considered something else? All right, Kev. I don't buy options. Okay, I buy stocks and I sell options against them. The question was, do any of my strategies consist of buying options? Well, yeah, but I only teach one strategy here. Okay, so I'm a nice guy to a certain point. I'm giving you, with no strings attached whatsoever, a trading strategy that works very well and has worked very well for the past 15 years for me. You buy a good company, you sell a covered call against it, collect your 1%. That is over 50% per year. Okay, I do have other trading strategies that make more money than this one. But if you can't be satisfied with a 50% trading strategy for free, well, what would be the point of me showing you the other trading strategies? Okay? And we appreciate you giving it here. Yeah, well, it works. All right. Silky Smooth. I always find it interesting. Now, don't take this personal because you're not the only one that's done this. When people tell me a stock and they think it's really good and they give me a dividend that they pay out, and that's usually a yearly dividend payout. So 14% dividends. Okay. Number one, we'll take a gander at it. I don't mind. Number two, more than likely, it's going to be a no. GSBD. Never heard of them. Which is never a good sign for you. But, hey, you may like it, you may not like it. I don't know. Got it. Do you share your knowledge base on Patreon? Do you share your knowledge? Oh, Stens, yes, I do. That's where you actually sign up for my morning trading group. How do I tell if a dividend is a weekly, monthly, or yearly? Well, number one, I don't think any company pays a weekly dividend. At least I haven't seen one yet. Okay, they either pay yearly, bi-yearly, quarterly, or monthly. So that's 4 opportunities to have. Okay, once a year, twice a year, 4 times a year, or 12 times a year. I haven't found a single one that does weekly yet. Now, I do weekly options. That's what confuses a lot of people. I buy the stock and I sell the weekly option against it for weekly cash flow. That's where a lot of people get confused. Let's go back to what we're looking at. Home Depot, remember? Home Depot. Home Depot. Interesting. Now, we did a couple of interesting trades with Home Depot, but let's take a look at the numbers. The high for 21.26 was just a couple of weeks ago. The bottom of the year was a year ago, 286. So it goes from 286 to 410, because it's currently at 410 at the moment. Shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. Now she's going back to the upside again. What broker do I use? I was thinking of using Robinhood or Charles Schwab. I actually use Robinhood and Charles Schwab. Okay, this right here, this is called Thinkorswim. This is just a trading platform. Now, Charles Schwab has their own trading platform, but they just bought out TD Ameritrade. And TD Ameritrade used to own Thinkorswim. Now, Thinkorswim used to be their own trading company. Okay, you used to be able to buy stocks right on Thinkorswim. But no, they got bought up, they got sold, they got acquired, blah, blah, blah. Home Depot, last 30 days. Now, the reason why I like the last 30 days, it gives me a good idea of the momentum of what the investors are thinking. Because we're all investors. We're all here to do basically the same thing. Earn some extra money off of the money that we already have in our portfolio, which some of us are planning on using in our retirement. Well, I'm already retired, and this is where I get my income from. I don't get a pension from anywhere. I don't collect Social Security because I'm too young. Go figure. I'm old enough to retire, but too young to collect Social Security. Interesting. So I have to rely on all the money I've accumulated over the years and invest that. At 1% per week, well, that's very comfortable for me. Felix, Walgreens, 10% annual yield since stock value is down to $9. Okay. Heartburn, hate it. Is that a carpet on your walls? Dude stuff? No, that is hand-painted wall. I hand-painted the walls in this room. Actually, I did the one upstairs, too. And the one in the other room. All right. No, it's a hand-painted wall. Thoughts on Tesla? Nope. That was quick, wasn't it? Tesla? Nope. The reason why Tesla's a no. GLX21. Gaviscom. I don't know what that is. Anyway, the reason why Tesla's a no, they don't share their dividend. They don't share any profits. Okay, no dividends whatsoever. So the reason I use dividends, not just because the company's sharing their profits in a way of showing their profitability if they continually increase. The reason I like dividends is it tells me when the stock usually goes up in value. You guys don't get old. My favorite dinner is interrupting my digestion. Oh, it's horrible. But it was really freaking good. Thoughts on SCHD? Hell no. Guds. Hell no on SCHD. Or buds. Buds. SCHD, seriously. What did you make? I made artificial coral reefs many, many years ago. What did you have for dinner? Oh, American chop suey. That's where you put a lot of, peppers, mushrooms, onions, burger, tomato sauce, served over pasta. It was awesome. It really was. It was so good I went and got 2 big bowls of it. And it's like, oh, shit. And I want to have more, but I'm going to be burping all day. Artificial reefs. Wow, sounds cool. Actually, it was. It was a cool business. But I sold that in 2003. 21 years ago I sold that. Holy cow. All right. Let's continue. How long have I been investing? Over 20 years. I've been using this particular strategy for 15 years. Because my first 5 years weren't all that great, but then again in the early 20s, it was easy to make money back then. But then everything went down. NIO. N-I-O. Ooh, Minty Fresh wants to take a look at Wells Fargo. WFC. Cool beans. We'll take a look at it. Right now, next on the list is going to be NIO, which pretty sure that's going to be a no. So anyway, I did buy some Home Depot. Felix, Cisco, huh? C-S-C-O. We'll take a gander. Oh, wait a minute. That's CSCO, not CS, not SYY. Isn't that weird? There's two Ciscos, SYY and SCSO. All right. So I did buy some 410s on Harley Davidson. Thoughts on Mosaic, MOS. Johnny Ringo, dude, I haven't seen you in a while. You were here, a while ago. Then you disappeared. MOS, Mosaic. Shit. It's a trade-off. Seriously, it is. You know, something you really like to eat and then indigestion for hours. And I'm not at home, so I don't have my what do you call it, Alka-Seltzer or whatever it was. I think it's anyway. All right, let's take a look. The 410s. I did buy some 410s, but look at the prices. $6 a share. Yeah, she told me that's a no too many times. Wait, no. Johnny, Mosaic is a great company. Okay, it's all in the timing of when you want to buy it. So Mosaic is on my list, and I do buy it, but I only buy it when all the ducks in a row. You know, when Pluto's in retrograde with Jupiter. Tums, there you go. Yes, I do have a whole. I get the Tums in the supersized pack. Alrighty. So anyway, look at Home Depot. The 30-day high was on the 15th. Okay, that was 4 weeks ago. 30-day bottom was last week. 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the upside. Today she pulled back a little bit. All right, well, I'm in the 410 area. Okay, I sold the premiums, got a nice fat premium on those. Great. Pause to a slow connection on Instagram. A little sip of water puts out the indigestion fire. You get the fire inside. Ugh, hate it. All right, so that's Home Depot. Next on the list will be NIO. N-I-O. N-I-O. NIO. Interesting. Somehow, I'm not feeling that NIO has 20 years of dividends. There are no dividends in the selected time period. NIO is going to be a no. I don't even know who suggested that one. Delta Airlines, DAL. DAL. Do you recommend buying Riot right now? Susie, how are you? Let's put Riot down on the list because I believe it or not, I do own some Riot. I don't know if now's a good time to buy it. That's terrible. Don't know if it's right to buy it with Riot. Enjoy all your advice. You are sound, personable, and real. Thank you. What are your thoughts on AbbVie? Ooh, Jennifer, I like AbbVie. A-B-B-V. Damn it. All right, Robin, I don't do coins. Sorry, no cryptocurrency at all. All right, really quick, not even worth taking a second look at Delta Airlines. Look at it. It's at the high of the year. I never buy anything at the high of the year. That's the time to sell, not the time to buy, in my humble opinion. You understand? Thank you, Robin. Well, that's the nicest a cryptocurrency person has ever been. I said no, and she immediately said thank you. Cool beans. All right, no to Delta Airlines. Reason being, it's at the high of the year. So we're going to wait, what, 2 or 3 weeks for it to drop in order for it to be okay? Next on the list, UPS. I forget who asked for UPS. First thing, always want to see the high of the year, 164. That was back in the middle of December. Okay, the bottom of the year, 123. That was August 6th. Okay, a year ago we're at 137. Now we're at 133. Okay, she shot up, she came down. All right, last 30 days is a good time to jump in. Well, look what we got. 30 days ago, we were at 134. She went up, pulled back, have our 30-day bottom on the 22nd. Gaps up, keeps on going up, hits a 30-day high. Hits a 30-day high, 145.01. Okay? And it spent the last 3 weeks dropping, and dropping some more. So we have a new bottom. Here, so let's double check this. The 22nd was 129.77. Today, 129.80. All right, so today was not quite as low. Oh, Felix says AbbVie stock tanked because one of their drugs failed. Well, that could be good news, though, Felix, because where one failure, you have another opportunity, because as that stock drops, if the company is solid, okay, well, they say, okay, this one failed, great. What's the next one? And then you're buying it at a low, and it'll grow to the higher side. Shit. Oh, man, that sucks. Okay. So UPS is at a new bottom, and it was an update today. So one more day for UPS. and an accumulation at the bottom. So right now at 133.90, the 134s are going for 108 to 121. No, sorry. Doesn't cut it. The numbers just don't work for UPS this week. PSX, which is Phillips 66. PSX. Phillips 66. Look at that movement. The high of the year was 173. The bottom was a year ago, 112. She shoots up, pulls back. Look at the bottom here. The 1st of November, 119.74. All right, 30 days ago, she's right at the 133 area, at the high of the year. I'm sorry, the high of the 30-day period. Drops, retraces, goes back up again. Up, pull back, 3 days to the upside from the most recent bottom. 129.91, so the 130s are going for 140. That's well over 1%. What do I think of OPK? Christian, never heard of it. Shit. Getting old ain't easy. All right. So Phillips 66 at the current moment in time, 132. Looking at the 133s, that's not quite right. Because 129.91, it should be 130. The 130s are paying nicely. Even the 131s are adequate. What does it normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, normally, Phillips 66 just kind of goes sideways. A little bit of an uptrend for a couple of weeks and then pulls back. All right, Christian, OPK. I'm not quite sure I've heard of it. OPK. Yeah, that's a no, dude. Sorry. I only like companies that have weekly options. TEM. What is TEM? TEM. Tempus. Tempus AI Incorporated. They have weeklies, but I've never heard of them. Look at the size of the premiums. Holy shit. TEM. Maybe here's where we find out why the premiums are so high. Oh, there are no dividends. Yeah, no thank you. No dividends, no thank you. Temu, TEM. No, that's Tempus. Austin, how are you doing? All right, so no for TEM. Next on the list is Ford. Well, we all know who Ford is. TEM, I've never heard of them. All right. Here's our high, one at 1484. Here's our bottom, 950. Currently, look at that movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, where's she going next? Well, it kind of looks like she's turning around and starting to come back down again. Well, she's been doing it for the past 2 or 3 months. That's all stocks do. If you really think about it, stocks go up, and then they go down, and then they go up, and then they go down. And then it's just the same thing over and over, going up, down, up, down, up, down. The idea is to jump on at the right time. So here, for instance, you buy it when it's below 9. You sell it when it's above 10. Buy when it's below 9, sell when it's above 10. Buy below 9, sell above 10. So on and so forth. User 00119781125578. Oh my goodness, Coca-Cola. What were your parents thinking when they named you? Seriously. Coca-Cola is usually always a no. Reason being 6314. Well, the closest one is going to be the 64. It's going for 26 cents. Even the 63, you're going to lose 14 cents right at the top. You take that out, and the numbers just don't work with Coca-Cola. HNST. What the heck is that? HNST. Honest Company? Interesting name. $6 a share? Monthly? Yeah, no. There's also PSEC that has dividends. Really? PSEC. So, Christian, PSEC that has dividends is a monthly optionable stock. And that's going to be a no right off the top. Next on the list, Archer Daniel Midland, which is a dividend king. ADM. Now, ADM, don't be confused with AMD, 2 different companies. What company is a go so far? Oh, Black Eyed Joe. There was a whole bunch of them. I don't really remember off the top of my list at this moment in time. But let's take a look at Archer Daniels. That's, you cold wearing a short sleeve shirt, t-shirt, but wearing this big thing is like, now too hot. ADM. Top was 77.22. That was back in mid-December. The bottom was last week, 48.66. Okay. She basically went down, big gap down, sideways, jumped up, sideways again, now back down again. Okay. So we're bouncing off this bottom here on the 5th. The last 30 days. 57.51. 2 days later, there's a 30-day top, 58.89. From there, she gets on dropping. Last Tuesday, the day before, day of election, is the 30-day bottom, 48.92. Okay, she went up, pulled back. Now she looks like she's still coming down the downside. For the overall, it's a downward trend. So this doesn't look that good for ADM. I like to wait for it to go back up. So I'm going to wait a little bit on ADM. Doesn't really look very good. But 52.25, the 52s are going for 60. You take 25 cents off of that, and then it doesn't worth it. The 53s aren't worth it. Yeah, the numbers just aren't working here. Sorry. Numbers just aren't working for ADM. NST. Never heard of them. NST. N-Star. No options. No thank you. So NST's a no. NSRGY. Really? This is going to be a no. NSRGY. That's Nestle? No options. No thank you. SUI. What the heck is SUI? Ooh, somebody wants to look at Nextera. NEE. That's a good one. ADM is a customer of ours, and they haven't been ordering like usual. All right, Black Eye Joe, I see that. But by looking at the numbers and just doing the numbers alone, it's still coming up as a no. All righty? We're at 11 o'clock. Gary, ASO. Academy Sports. Didn't we look at this one a while ago? ASO. That can't be it. Seriously? Okay, yeah, it is it. All right, Gary, ASO has 3 years of dividends. I did not say increased dividends. I just said dividends. 3 years does not work for me. Okay, I like 20 years. So, Gary, give me a buzz in 17 years, and we'll take a look at ASO again. Okay, SUI. SUI. Sun Communities REIT. No. IBM. IBM. Ooh, interesting. Okay, the high at 237. The low was a year ago, 147.55. She shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. Now look where we are. Okay. 30 days ago, we opened up at 234.76. 1 day later, there's our top at 237.37. From there, she goes sideways for a bit, drops, has a 30-day bottom on the 31st. That was 2 weeks ago. Sideways, she jumped up, sideways again. Now she's in a little bit of a downturn. Sorry, IBM, going to have to wait a little bit for her to turn around. But we'll write IBM down. Keep our eye on it. Pfizer is next. PFE. PFE. Here's our high for the year, 31.54. That was in the late July. Looks like we have a bottom here at the end of April, 25.17. Well, a year ago we're at 29.15. Now we're at 26.72. Well, the last 30 days, we opened up at 29.16. 2 days later, there's our 30-day top. Yesterday was our 30-day bottom. Now, Pfizer, I'm going to write that one down, keep our eye on. PFE. Wow. 001177 whatever wants to take a look at Nextera Energy. Is Nextera written down? Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. I actually like Nextera Energy. Okay, I did buy it a couple of times this year. GSBD, never heard of it. GSBD. GSBD. Goldman Sachs. Yeah, that's a no. Wells Fargo. Ooh, WFC. They've been in business for over 100 years. That's going to be a no. Wells Fargo jumped up real big after the election. All right. That didn't help out very much. So now I have to go to another one. Keeps the acid indigestion, or the, what do you call it? Yeah, keeps it under control a little bit. Drowns out that fire down below. Ugh. Damn. That sucks too, because that was a good dinner. Yeah, Wells Fargo is going to be a no until she pulls back, because she's actually way too high. She's still in this high area right here of the year, or at least a 30-day period. And you got this gap here. That gap's going to fill eventually, and I don't want to be in that neck of the woods. Cisco, CSCO. CSCO. Oh, that's going to be a no. I don't buy anything at the high of the year. James, take a tablespoon of vinegar. It will burn in a way down, but that heartburn will be gone. I don't even know if there's any vinegar here. Okay, remember, I'm in a camp way up in the Maine area. Our pantry is not that full. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna give it a quick try. You guys hold tight. I'm gonna run to the kitchen. I'll be right back. right, back again. Ivan, you suck in a bad way, dude. I tried that a teaspoon of vinegar and threw up. That was horrible. Yeah, it burned going down. It burned coming back up again. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, that was horrible. Anyway, I'm not going to do that again. Yeah, not fun. Yeah, well, it works for you. Well, it didn't work for me. And it was just from, what do you call it? It's Italian food. Italian food has those spices, and the tomato has a lot of acid in it. Yeah, so it gives me a little bit of indigestion. Well, we'll see how it works out. So, we're looking at CSCO. Sir, we love Poland Springs water in New York City. Well, righty then. You're supposed to put the vinegar in a glass of water. Oh, now she tells me. Ivan says take a teaspoon of vinegar, and you're telling me to put it in the water. I'm used to having indigestion. Johnny Ringo, what are you doing in the North Woods? Going deer hunting? No. I'm not a hunter. A friend of mine bought an old house built back before the Civil War, back in the 1800s. It's a cool house, and it's got 20 acres of land, so I come up every once in a while to get away from things. It's one of those guy things, with just the guys get together, we sit around, drink beer, pick our nose, fart, rub our nuts, shit like that, guy stuff. Just sit around and do absolutely nothing. No women around. Don't get me wrong, I love women, I really do. Every once in a while, we got to get away from you. Up north, we don't have to do anything. You should have mixed it with water or apple juice. Yeah, again. Remind me to ask you what you had for dinner. It's called American Chop Suey. A lot of pasta sauce. Mushrooms, peppers, onions. Oh, it was fucking awesome. It was the best one I've ever made. I've been making it for years. My kids love it. It was really good. I actually went back for seconds. But it isn't not agreeing with me. And it makes me sad to think I shouldn't be eating it. All right. Let's finish up with Cisco. 30 days ago. Oops, where is our 30-day? So 30 days ago was our 30-day bottom, and that was 53.69. Monday, 2 days ago, is our 30-day top. Not a good time to jump in to Cisco. So, next on the list is Mosaic. Somebody asked about Mosaic. I forget who that was. Now, Mosaic is on my list, but it doesn't make it every time it pops up. Okay, so the high of the year for Mosaic was back in December, 38.30. And then she just kept on falling. Our bottom of the year is 24.08, and that was back in September. All right, so she went up, pulled back, went up. Last 30 days, which gives us a good idea of where do we think it's going. All right, Johnny. Ooh. Ivan, I'm going to remember that. Wow. 30 days ago, we opened up at 25.90. Our previous 30-day bottom was about 30 days ago. She shoots up. Last Monday was our 30-day high, 29.20. And yesterday, Tuesday, is our new yesterday was our new 30-day bottom. Today's 1 day to the upside. I like to have 2 days to the upside, so 1 or 2 more days. Cool. We'll see what happens. We're currently at 26.70. So the 27s are going for right around 25 to 29. You might get your 1% out of it. So it looks as if we can have 1 more day. Do the crime, you pay the time. Yeah, thanks. Andrew Baxter, huh? BAX. All right, we'll take a look at it. All right, Jimmy, during earnings, which option strategy do I like? I like a lot of different option strategies, but I only teach one of them here, okay? I want to keep it as simple as possible. 'Cause I was talking with someone today, and someone actually joined my trading group in the morning, and we're talking about different trading strategies. He says, you know what? To be honest, if I saw you doing all this stuff, I wouldn't have joined because it gets complicated. So I share this strategy here, the covered call, because it's a simple, safe, and predictable strategy. And it can get you 50% or more per year if you do it right. All right, so that being said, earnings seasons, I don't really pay attention to the earnings. Okay, I've seen earnings where the positive and the stocks go down. I've seen earnings where the negative and the stocks go up. No real rhyme or reason or consistency to it. So I don't pay that much attention to the earnings. All right, so back to Mosaic. I like where it is at the moment. 1 more day to the upside, and that would be a good indication for me to jump in. At this moment, 1 day to the upside doesn't work for me. I like 2. Because you can have 1 all day long. You know, it goes down, up 1, down, up 1, down, up 1. No. I like to have 2 days to the upside before I think about jumping in. All right, so that was Mosaic. Next on the list is Riot. R-I-O-T. Now, I do own some Riot. R-I-O-T. High of the year, 1878. That was in December of last year. The bottom, well, that was in September, 630. Wait a minute. She goes from 19 to 630. Isn't that like a 60% decrease? Laurie, if you jump into Mosaic tomorrow, will you sell this week's call or next week's? Laurie, it always, the numbers got to work. Okay, this week's call for Mosaic is probably going to be worthless. Okay, next week's are okay. Let's go back to it for a second. It currently is at 26.12. Okay, the ask price. The ask price at this moment is $26.70. Well, the 26.50s are going for 42 cents. But if I'm losing 20 cents right off the top, I'm walking away with 22. Okay, so it's going from 22 to 25, not quite 1%. But you really got to like Mosaic if you want to jump in at this point. But yeah, I would do next week's, because this week's 26.50s are going for 16 cents a share, which is a little over 0.5%. But don't get me wrong, 0.5% every week is over 26% for the year, if you like Mosaic. Now, I usually don't buy Mosaic that often, but if everything's in line, sure, why not? Wow. I don't know if it was that good. Okay. That was Mosaic. Next on the list, AbbVie. Wait a minute. We were just looking at Riot. We didn't finish up Riot yet. So let's go back to Riot because we haven't finished it. Makes sense. All right, Jimmy, I do have a Discord, but it's only for paid members. Shit. I hope I'm not going to be doing this all night long. This is so inconvenient. Loonsta, 69. Yes, I know Riot does not have dividends, but they asked me to take a look. I do have some. Normally I don't, but when the numbers look good, they look good. And I bought it for someone else. I didn't buy it for myself. All right, high of the year, 1881. That was in December. The bottom was in September. Yeah, definitely going to wait for this thing to pull back. Going to wait for it to pull back because look at the high. 16, what was that? 1591. Yeah, she's definitely in a pullback at the moment. 30 days ago. 30 days ago was the 30-day bottom. She shoots up, pulls back, does a double gap up, gapped up on Wednesday, gapped up on Monday, and 2 days to the downside. Yeah, Riot's going to be another week or two before we jump back into this one. Got two more to do, and then I'm calling it a night. Nextera, NEE. Abbas Ali. You missed out on MSTR? No. PLTR? No. Is it worth buying or now or even shop? Another no. Okay, Abbas Ali. MSTR? No. PLTR? No. SHOP? No. How about Boeing? I just found out Walgreens just had a $200 million settlement for drug price fixing lawsuit, hence the low. That's only one of the reasons why they're low. The other reason is that the current administration doesn't want to prosecute theft. However, the new administration coming in, there's already be a huge amount of changes, and it hasn't even taken office yet. Yeah, so Riot, we have to wait for that to pull back before we do anything like that. Boeing is in a tailspin at the moment. So as soon as Boeing Rev True Love. Okay, Boeing is in a downturn at the moment. So for the past couple of weeks, she's been slowly going down. If you really like Boeing, wait for the bounce. Okay, I like 2 days to the upside. Today is a new 30-day bottom. Okay, so tomorrow might be another one. Friday might be another one. What do we know? We don't know. She'll find the bottom, she'll turn around, and she'll go back up eventually. But as soon as we find it, we'll take a look. 140.57, the 141's not quite there. The 140s, take 57 off there. It's not even making the 1%. So Boeing is going to be a no. Nextera Energy, NEE. All right, our high 68.10. That was in mid-October. The bottom was a year ago. 53.66. She went up, pulled back, up, pulled back, up, pulled back. Now we're right here. What is it doing? Last 30 days. 30 days ago, we opened up at 81.90. A week later, there's the top, 86. From there, she had one gap down, two gap downs, finds the bottom on Wednesday, the day after the election. Okay, that bottom is 72.69. 2 days to the upside, 3 days to the downside. No, Nextera, find the bottom Now, yesterday was low. Today's a little higher. Okay. Now, if tomorrow is another up day for next year, then Friday would be a good time to jump in based on what I'm seeing here. 74, 77, the 75s are going for 30 to 40, not even a 0.5%. Oh, that's this week. Next week's over 1%. See, that works. So, yeah, NextEra Energy, let's take a look at the numbers. Looking at the 75s. All right, the covered stock at 75. Here we go. Let's do just one contract. See what one contract sounds like. 1 by 1 covered call NEE. Jimmy, do you trade cash secured puts to enter the stock? Yes, Jimmy, but I don't teach that here. Okay, I only teach one trading strategy only. Okay, cash secured puts is something that I would add on after somebody gets this one. Once they understand this one, they get good at this one. I always tell people do a paper trading account and practice. When you get good at it and you're consistently profitable, then put real money into it, then expand to other trading strategies. But learn just one first. Get good at it and then move on. Fuck. It's going to be a long night with this. By one covered call NEE, 100s, those are the weeklies. 22 November 24, that's next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. The 75 call strike against the stock. Well, 160 is going to be the profit for this particular trade. Okay, 160. What is the trade costing us? 74.30, 73.40. That gives a grand total of 2.1%. Ooh, I like that one. I'm going to write that one down. All right, I wrote that one down because it looked good. All right, get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of here. And let's get back to here. All right, next on the list, Run, R-U-N. Never heard of it. R-U-N. Sunrun Incorporated. Well, how are they with dividends? There are no dividends in the selected time frame. All right, Rev, True Love, Run is going to be a no. No dividends, no thank you. If you think about it this way, the name of the channel is called Dividend Stock Talk. So why would you give me a stock that doesn't have dividends? This is the last one for the night. Last one for the night. What one was it? I just looked. BAX, Baxter. BAX. Baxter International. Ooh, that didn't sound good, did it? Didn't sound good at all. Ooh. The reason why I'm saying that, look at the last 30 days. Slowly going down. Now, we have a 30-day bottom today, 32.63. Well, our 30-day top was about 30 days ago. That was 37.54. She went sideways for a week, and then she slowly down, and then the last week drops like a rock. Now, it might be a good idea to keep your eye on this, because once she turns around, finds that bottom, goes back up, then it would be a good contender, right? But at 33.30, 33 is going for 35, and 34 is, yeah, no. I don't like the numbers. Look at that. Not good at all. Baxter's going to be a no. All right, all that being said, just to let you know, I feel like crap, that vinegar thingy. I'll never do that one again. Anyway, you guys have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Gene Owls, I'm just signing out right now. All right, you guys have a great night, and we'll catch you again tomorrow. and out there. And now, all right, that's done. And we're done over here.